Hey there, ghosts, goblins, gals, and ghouls.
Today's a different kind of episode, and we are kind of reviewing and giving a spoiler-free discussion of Darkfield Radio.
Is it worth the price? Should you try it? Who is it for? We are also going to start off by giving a short little podcast update. For our next episode on Parasite, we're going to be trying a new format. It feels like right now our podcast is segmented into two parts. One, where we talk about the story and have a couple laughs. But then, we really just want to talk about the behind the scenes and the interviews and how it was made and stuff. So we kind of want to combine it.
So basically, moving forward, you can expect a less traditional movie type of podcast where we're not going to go over the movie from beginning to end. We're just going to touch on certain scenes and characters and things that we like. So it won't be more so like us talking through it before we get into the behind the scenes stuff.
This is going to make it a little easier on us, especially because it's going to cut down on some of the length, so there probably won't be as many 50-minute episodes.
Yeah, we really loved that Tales of the Hood one, but it was very long.
Yeah, so we're only going to be talking about key scenes or maybe our favorite scenes. We're not going to leave, we're still going to talk about the movie. We're just not going to talk about every scene.
And also, this is a little bit of an experimental choice, so if you find as a listener that you don't like our podcast as much, we definitely want to hear so we can find a way to format it better so it's easier for us and just as fun for you.
Yeah, and we're going to try to do it still in order, so if there's this scene in the beginning where they do this crazy stunt or cool effect, then we'll talk about the beginning. Mm-hmm. We might talk about the beginning, middle, and end, but it's not just going to be every scene. And a lot more combined. That's a good word.
Yeah.
A lot more combined of story and behind the scenes. Mm-hmm. I think it'll be fun. I think it's going to be better. And with the shorter length, it'll be easier for me to edit.
Yeah, because we do this completely by ourselves. We don't have anyone helping us.
Nope. Now on to the main reason we're doing this episode, Darkfield Radio. Darkfield Radio is a website that describes themselves as a collection of multi-sensory audio experiences in complete darkness. Immersed in the dark, the total loss of vision causes other senses to heighten, fixating onto every movement and sound. Darkfield Radio is a new digital project in response to the ongoing effects on the theater and events industry. Darkfield Radio broadcasts binaural audio experiences into your home. Each experience takes place in a different room of a house and is designed for 1 to 2 people. So, how did you find this?
I came across this. I'm in a couple different what Facebook groups, and a girl that I know actually posted about this in one of those, and I asked her what the heck is this? This is weird. And she told me it was super cool, and she did the one story that we did not do. So right now on their website, they're offering 3 different ones. There's 2 couple stories where it's you and another person, and then there's 1 solo story. And she said she did the solo one, and it was so immersive and so scary that she felt the weight of someone sitting on her bed. And so I was like, all right, it's $7. We should just fucking do this.
Apparently, you can do in-person events, but this is an Australian company.
Yeah.
So I believe they put you in what looks like soundproof shipping containers, which could be pretty cool.
It's terrifying.
It is pretty terrifying.
Because we were scared enough from the one where we're sitting in our own game room.
So the ones we did were Visitors and Eternal?
Double.
Both
of these stories took about 20 minutes, but I would say Double felt like we had only been listening to it for 30 seconds. Then it was over. I think just because it was so intense versus Visitors, which was, it felt like it took an hour and I couldn't wait for it to end because I was getting very stressed out.
So we are going to keep this spoiler free. We're not going to talk about what happens or the story of it, but it's pretty cool because it's recommended, and we also would recommend that either doubles or the single one that you wear over-the-ear headphones, something where you cannot hear what's going on around you.
Right, because of course I have a iPhone, and initially I thought I was going to have to use my AirPods, but I went and bought an adapter thing specifically to do this, so I could use real headphones.
Use some nice Sonys.
On the website, there is like a brief, like 2-sentence description of each story. But what we found was really cool about them is it's very specific about where you are.
Yeah.
So that's a huge part of it because it adds to the actual story and like the background noises. So, for example, in Double, you have to be in the kitchen at the table facing each other with like the door to one side of you. I can't remember if that was relevant, but
No, not in the kitchen one.
Okay, that was the other one.
That was visitors. That was cool because you had to be, one of you was facing the door and one of you wasn't facing the door, and because it's designed to be like that, so they really play into it.
So then when you start to hear noises over your headphones, like a door opening, you're set up in the right spot for it, so it does feel like it's actually happening.
And it's not just like cheaply done. They actually do like a really nice like sound mix. Like, you know, sometimes there'll be somebody like near you and it sounds like they're talking in your ear, or they're like behind you and it really feels like somebody is behind you.
And there's no like jump scares or anything to that capacity. It's like very much like there is someone that enters your house and is telling you a story or is telling you about something, and that's how it feels. The description for the story Visitors, like we said, this one has to take place in a living room. We did it in our game room because this one specifies that you have to be in a room with a door that closes. The description is, it is a reflection on our irrepressible desire to touch and why the dead find so little comfort in the world of the living. A dead couple look for temporary solution to their permanent condition. We ask you to be careful who else you invite in.
That's actually a really good description because there's no real spoilers there. And yeah, after this one, I don't want to be alone.
Yeah, and the stipulation for these two is like you're supposed to shut your eyes. And honestly, during Visitors, I was opening my eyes at the end because I was getting too overwhelmed by what I was hearing and where I was.
Here's a little summary for the other one we did, Double. Double is a troubling exercise in familiarity for two people sitting opposite each other on either side of a kitchen table. Double explores the capgras.
Yeah, I don't know how to say that either.
Capgras. Double explores the
You got this. Keep going.
Double explores. Okay.
Now you're yelling.
I'm gonna say this wrong again, but here we go.
Like the last time you're like, I'm just gonna say it louder.
Double explores the capgras delusion, a terrifying condition in which the sufferer is convinced that a loved one has been replaced by an exact replica with malign intentions. Dun dun dun. There is only one rule. Everyone has to be who they say they are. And yeah, that one was really scary too.
Yeah, they're both really good.
They both made me really paranoid and uncomfortable.
And I honestly might try to do the solo one tonight. I'll read the description for this one too.
Yeah, you might as well.
And if we do listen to it, we'll talk about it at the end of our next episode.
Yeah.
It does seem like these are not running forever. The way it works is you have to buy a time slot ticket and you have to be on the app at the time of your show. Eternal, and this one is for one person. You've been chosen and we thank you for your sacrifice. In return, we offer you the opportunity for eternal life, but there are conditions. This is an immersive audio experience for one person alone in their bed, and it explores the quandary of eternal life and wonders what price you would settle for to achieve it.
I'm sure that would also terrify me.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're a lot of fun. If you're a horror, thriller, suspense person, you would definitely get a kick out of it.
And like, it's only $7 per person. If you're interested in trying one of these audio stories, the website is darkfieldradio.com. And like I said, the tickets are like $7 a person, and the shows only take about 20 minutes. So you really don't have much to lose for trying one of these.
Yeah, you might as well try one. We like, because, you know, we paid for it. They didn't say, hey, we'll pay you to try it out. Give us a good review. No, we just did it because we figured why not? And we did 2 of them, so they're a lot of fun. And I hope they make more. But yes, you'll have to let us know on Instagram or Twitter if you try it out. Let us know what you thought. We'll make some kind of post on there about it. And also be on the lookout for our episode on Tuesday on Parasite, and you'll have to let us know, again, Instagram, Twitter, email us at What Happens at the Crypt.
What happens in the crypt?
Do I know my own podcast name? What Happens in the Crypt? What Happens in the Crypt at gmail.com. Send us an email. Let us know if it's better, worse. Hopefully it's better, but we think you guys are going to like it. It has been a whole day.
Yep. Stay spooky, everyone.
Stay spooky.